Sovereign citizens believe that laws don't apply to them.
I'm telling you that you cannot talk to us.
But what happens when they try their wild TikTok legal theories on the wrong cops and realize it doesn't work?
Shut the car off. Shut the car off. Shut the car off.
Let's go. Ready?
Unlock this door now.
No, I'm not gonna you.
Get out.
We breaking it?
Open the door. No. Yes, so. Now get out. Get out. Get out of the car. Oh, stop it.
No! I didn't do anything, Officer Ramirez!
Here are 5 cases of this, starting with a man who was stopped for going above the speed limit and driving past a stop sign, and now thinks the 10th Amendment is his get-out-of-jail-free card.
Stop interrupting me. You're the public servant.
Spoiler alert, it doesn't quite work out how he thinks.
So I'm all about Constitution.
Okay.
So I need you as a public servant, because am I a public servant or are you the public servant?
So you're correct. I'm the public servant.
Good. You have an oath of office to that Constitution. Am I correct?
Yep.
What's the 10th Amendment?
So I'm not going to get into that.
So you don't, no, listen to it, 10th Amendment.
We're going to have you step out of the car.
You're not going to do anything.
All right, come on, sir. Get out.
Yep. I'm going to have you remove out of the car.
So I'm going to record this again.
You're free to record. You can record whatever you like.
I'm going to roll up the window. Now you're going to recite the 10th Amendment.
The man refused to identify himself to the officers, and he tied his reason to the 10th Amendment. The man believed he wasn't a citizen of the state, and for that reason he was not governed by the state's rules.
So what does that have to do with you committing a vehicle and traffic law violation?
Stop interrupting me. You're the public servant. First Amendment, freedom of exercise of religion, right? Does it state that clearly?
So what I don't understand, sir, is what does it have to do with you not stopping at a stop sign?
That's what I'm getting to. Are you going to answer my question?
No, I need to see your driver's license and registration.
If you're not going to answer my question, then we're not. You want to act like a public servant and answer my question, or you want to act like you're the authority when you have time?
Is turn this from just a simple traffic stop.
So what I'm doing is I'm asserting my rights as a U.S. citizen and validating that you're not abiding by your oath to the Constitution.
So my job here today
So
is to
your job
monitor
here
traffic
today
safety.
is to enforce the law. Is that correct?
Correct, which you violated.
The officers remained baffled by how constitutionally correct the man thought he was. Like all other road users, the man was mandated to have the vehicle's license and registration ready for a situation such as this. He saw the officers remained unfazed by his constitutional rebuttals, and he became so desperate to escape his traffic penalties that he proceeded to call 911.
Sir, my name is Richard Ewart. Driver's license, Ewart, E-W-E-R-T. And just for fun, because I don't have any problem with giving them my license wavy, I'm just kind of asserting my rights at the moment. My driver's license number. Okay. So again, if you want to have the argument about it being commercial or what have you, because that's what driving is referencing, that's why you would need a license if you're working under commercial, which I technically am at the moment, but nevertheless the 9th Amendment still applies.
Do you have an emergency?
The emergency is these cops are violating my constitutional rights and they refuse to leave.
On the way over to speak with you. You can speak with the lieutenant when he gets there, but unfortunately right now you're tying up an emergency line for somebody that could be in cardiac arrest or having trouble breathing or having chest pain.
Well, they did try to say that I have to step out of the vehicle, and they're trying to demand things out of me with acting like they have the authority when they're public servants.
On the way there, you can speak with the lieutenant when he gets there, okay?
Alrighty. Thank you.
Okay. You're welcome.
The man felt being stopped by police was an emergency, but ended up getting told off. Despite his multiple shows of disrespect to the officers, they remained professional. But soon enough, their supervisor arrived, and he wasn't going to have any of this.
Police officer, please. Right now, identify yourself to these police officers.
So are you doing an insurrection against people?
You're about to be removed from this vehicle. Shut the car off. Shut the car off. Shut the car off.
Let's go. Ready?
Shut the car off. Shut it off right now. Come on. Shut it off.
Get out of the car.
Step out.
over.
So now you just committed assault.
On your stomach right now.
Give me your hand.
Now you just committed assault.
Give me your hand.
Relax your arm.
I am fully
Relax your arm.
You committed assault.
No, you tried to close the window on me after I told you to get out of the vehicle. Taking multiple chances to identify yourself.
Now I told you quite often that you're instructions into
Want a
people.
double cup on him?
No. Do you have any weapons in the car?
No, now you're performing illegal search and seizure. Violation of the Fourth Amendment.
The suspect was charged with obstruction of governmental administration and released on an appearance ticket. But if you think this guy was crazy, wait till you hear about the next suspect who was so delusional that he filed a $20 million suit against the officers.
Get out of your car.
Do not touch me.
In June 2021, an Arizona patrol officer noticed a vehicle with fictitious plates. In the United States, license plates usually contain symbols, colors, or slogans associated with the issuing jurisdiction. So the officer pulled the vehicle over and approached the driver, not knowing the type of person he was about to encounter.
Hi, I'm Officer Wolf from Sonoma Police Department. The reason I stopped you is it appears you have a fictitious license plate on the back of your vehicle. Do you know anything about that?
I'm a sovereign human being.
Okay.
And I'm an American national.
Okay. Do you have your driver's license, insurance, and registration, please? What?
No.
Do you have any form of ID on you?
No. Matthew Tucciarone is my name.
Okay. All right.
Matthew somehow managed to contradict himself in an attempt to sound smart. Being an American national meant he was in complete alliance with the state, and in fact was not sovereign or autonomous as claimed. That also meant that he was mandated to follow all the rules in the state, including having authentic vehicle plates, but he managed to make his situation even worse.
I'm going to be honest with you. That's actually a misdemeanor crime for you to display a fictitious license plate. Additionally, you not providing me with the driver's license is required under Arizona Revised Statutes 28-1595. That is also a misdemeanor crime.
Matthew self-identified as an American national, but now he was surprised when the Constitution was quoted to him. Although there are certain instances when a citizen does not have a duty to comply with a police officer, they may have a duty to comply if the officer has a warrant or if they have a reasonable suspicion to conduct a stop. Matthew was stopped for fictitious plates, so he was mandated to comply with the officer, and he was about to find out what would happen if he didn't.
All right, go ahead and step out, please. Step out of your car, please.
I didn't do anything wrong.
Marijuana, I need another unit. Step it up, please.
I did not do anything wrong.
Pennsylvania versus Mims is a Supreme Court case law that says you're required to get out of that car if I ask you. If you do not, I'm going to force you to.
Hold on a second. I'm calling my lawyer.
Okay, get out of your car.
Call my lawyer.
You can call your lawyer if you want, but as soon as another officer gets here, I'm going to force you out of that car if you don't get out on your own.
Matthew kept showing that he was not as knowledgeable about laws as he initially seemed, and after multiple warnings, the officer finally decided to take action.
Get out.
No, I'm not getting out of the
Okay,
car. This is
I'm
not,
gonna give you-
I didn't do anything wrong.
All right,
I'm not getting out of
Matthew?
the car. I've done.
Look at me.
Officer Beers, I'm not doing anything
Matthew.
wrong today, but just
Look at me. If you don't get out, I'm going to force you out. I'm going to charge you with resisting arrest also. So get out, please. Come on.
Come on, sir.
Get out.
There's no reason to
I've
act
asked
like
you
this.
probably 10 times to get out.
There's no reason to act like this.
Get out of your car then. All right.
There's no reason to act like this. There's no reason to
Get
act
out.
like this. Do not touch me.
Get out.
Do not touch me.
Get out of your car.
Do not touch me. Do not touch me, please. Please, do not touch me.
I've asked you 10 times to get out. Get out on your own then.
What are you doing? Please, do not touch me.
We're Officer Ramirez. Ow! Come on. Get on the ground. No! No!
No, I didn't do anything, Officer Ramirez.
Okay, all right. Just
Please,
get on your
I
stomach.
didn't do anything.
Get on your stomach.
Come on, Officer Ramirez.
Just comply. Just comply for now.
Fine.
All right. Just comply for now. Okay. Just relax, Matthew. Okay.
Just like this, I just want some.
Put your feet in for me.
I'm not gonna go.
Please just listen to my officer. Just
Put your
listen to
feet
my
inside,
officer.
please.
I want.
Okay. We'll get you some water. We'll make you some comfortable. Right now, we got to do what we got to do. All right.
Yeah, I went on the passenger side.
Matthew Paul Tucciarone was charged with resisting arrest, displaying a fictitious license plate, and failing to provide evidence of identity. But his case was later dismissed and refiled as a misdemeanor at the Justice Court. He also filed for a settlement of $20 million for alleged damages and harm, but that too was dismissed without prejudice. But the next sovereign citizens were even more delusional.
I'm telling you that you cannot talk to us.
On November 11th, 2023, officers on patrol stopped a vehicle after noticing that its license tag was suspiciously unrecognizable. An officer then approached the only occupant of the car, thinking this would be solved quickly.
It's a blue Ford truck displaying some kind of sovereign citizen looking tag. Can you start us a second, please? I think it says Post-Union Treaty. Geneva Convention Neutral Zone Transport Vehicle. That's not how this works, man. You know what the flag upside down means? No. It's a sign of distress. Hey boss, how you doing? Not too bad. Deputy of the Sheriff's Office.
I just got pulled over.
Hey, so the reason why I'm stopping you, boss, I didn't recognize the tag that was on your vehicle.
Yeah.
Okay, do you have your driver's license registration with you?
Here you go. I got the paperwork right here. Where's the paperwork at, Michelle? Here.
Behind your seat.
All right.
It's where?
Down my seat.
Oh.
Here. She wants to talk.
It's on speaker.
Yeah, it does.
Okay, where's your driver's license, boss?
That's for No, I don't need my window down.
I'm sorry. So, do you have a driver's license?
Yeah, right there.
Okay, what's your name, boss? I don't see your name on here. Can you point it to me?
Yeah.
Okay, that's not how this works. Where's your name at?
I'm just giving him the paperwork.
While the officer spoke to the man and asked for his identification, a woman on the phone, who appeared to be the man's wife, instructed him not to obey the officer's instructions, forcing the officer to request to speak to her.
Ma'am, if he refuses to identify himself in this traffic stop, there's going to be an issue.
Sir?
Uh-huh.
He is identifying as a national of the neutral power state. As you know, that removes him from your jurisdiction.
It doesn't matter who he identifies as. He's operating a motor vehicle in the state of Florida, ma'am. Check it. Ma'am, so this is what's going on. The tag on his vehicle does not appear like it's proper back to any state. So it appears the vehicle is unregistered. Then on top of that, I come up here, I'm asking for his identification documents, and he's handing me a stack of the papers instead of a driver's license. So I'm concerned he might be driving without a driver's license, and his vehicle might be unregistered.
On the phone right now because he signed a heart treaty, and you are in violation of it right now.
The man was driving on a Florida state road, so his identification as a neutral state national did not exempt him from identifying himself to law enforcement on a legal stop. The woman also mentioned he was in a treaty, which meant it was unlawful to stop or identify him. But this fell right on its face, as even if it were true, his fictitious plates and refusal to identify himself meant the only way the officers could verify his immunity treaty was if he identified himself.
Well, there's a problem. So I tried to search you up under this. I can't find anybody, I can't find you. So if I can't verify that you have a valid driver's license, then how am I supposed to let you drive off?
She's coming.
That's not gonna change anything.
He's saying I gotta have a valid driver's license
to operate a motor vehicle in the state of Florida. Yes, sir.
Okay, you're at Catalina and Howland?
Yeah.
Okay, sir. It's a simple question. Do you have a valid driver's license?
Right there's all my paperwork I got.
Okay.
She's coming.
Ask him that because he's not required to provide any proof.
The suspect did not provide a driver's license, proof of insurance, or vehicle registration, all documents required by motorists to possess. This would mean he was just another traffic violator who was refusing to exit his vehicle, and they were going to treat him as such.
Yes, I know.
Destry, hop on out.
I'm not. Why do I need to get out of my car? Have I done something wrong? Wait, whoa. Before you drag me out of the car, what have I done? Hop out of the car.
Well, I've done something wrong.
You're failing to identify yourself.
That's not a law. That's not a misdemeanor. It's not a law. Hey, don't get in my car. What are you guys doing? What's this? They're jerking me out of the car, Michelle.
Get out.
They're getting me out of the car. All right, I'm getting out. All right, I'm getting out.
Stop pulling away from me.
You guys are jerking me around. You guys are jerking me around.
Look over. I got you.
All right. Well, I'm not jerking around.
Now you're under arrest, buddy.
Detry was arrested and placed in the back of a squad car. They began searching through his wallet where they found an ID card that he had concealed away from them, but just as they were inspecting it, the woman previously on the phone showed up and began to berate the cops for arresting him, which she would soon regret.
Unlock this door now.
No, I'm not gonna unlock. You.
Get out.
We break it?
Open the door. No. Yes, so. Now get out. Get out. Get out of the car. Oh, stop it.
You just told 241 and you're hurting me.
Give us your hands. Give us your hands.
No.
The man was arrested on charges of driving an unregistered motor vehicle, driving with a revoked license, and resisting an officer without violence. The woman was arrested on charges of battery on a law enforcement officer and resisting an officer with violence. But their stop wasn't as exhausting as this tribal woman who was pulled over due to her license plate.
Hey, how are you? Doing well. So I pulled you over because I didn't see the tag. You got it displayed in the back window, but the tint's so heavy that I can't even see it.
Although the officer eventually saw the tag, it was with a light pointed straight at it, hence not very visible. This, along with the overly dark tints, only required traffic citations. Yet this would not be the only charges she would face today.
Do you have any paperwork for registration for the vehicle? I'm unable to get it to come back based off of the tag. I'm sorry, I can't hear you because of the... Yeah, no, I have to make sure that the vehicle's not stolen, so I was just wondering if you have any type of registration information that says that you're the owner or that somebody else is the owner and that I need to have proof that it's insured on the state of Georgia roads.
Right here, I have documentation and it's filed. Stamped by Georgia. I don't.
Is that for the vehicle? Does that have a VIN on it? Where are you from? Are you from Texas? You are? You have a driver's license in any state? No?
The woman had no registration, insurance, or even a driving license. She had no way of identifying who she was and if she owned the car, and her explanation for this didn't make sense either.
Okay, so you're telling me you don't have any form of registration, you don't have any form of insurance, and you don't have a driver's license, correct?
My personal conveyance.
I'm
My
confused.
private property, and I have a right to travel. That's what.
Okay, do you have any type of proof of insurance for the vehicle?
Again, this is my personal.
Okay, you are required by the state of Georgia to provide registration, proof of insurance, and an identification whenever you are stopped on a state road. If you are on private property, you would not have to provide those things to me, but since you're on a state road that is maintained by the state and enforced by the state, then you are required to provide those things to me.
Aside from New Hampshire and Virginia, which do not require vehicle insurance, all American states require drivers to have a driver's license, proof of ownership, and a car registration to prove vehicle ownership. But the woman claimed that there was no probable cause to mandate that.
Yes, ma'am, you have. That's why I pulled you over. I can't just pull you over because I feel like it. Yes, ma'am, I do. Yes, ma'am, I do.
This is not even constitutional.
Okay. I have the right to pull you over because your vehicle is on state roads. Go ahead and turn off the vehicle, please.
So the roadway is clear and they're free for travel.
Okay, your vehicle is on the roadway, and therefore I have the right to detain the vehicle if the tag is not presented as if it's supposed to.
I have the right. This is my personal property.
All right, go ahead and step out of the vehicle then. You have the option to step out of the vehicle, or I can force you out of the vehicle. No, you're not listening to my commands. You have yet to identify yourself. I already explained that to you. Yes, ma'am, I do. Yes, ma'am, I do. I'm on a traffic stop. You are supposed to identify yourself.
Okay, and I'm good. What's your name?
Officer Kramer. Yes, ma'am. Okay. Are you willing to identify yourself and provide registration?
I did.
Okay, that identification has not come back. Were you born in the United States of America?
I am tribal.
Were you born in the United States of America?
The laws of the United States. Okay?
What makes you think that? I'm sorry, I missed what your reason was.
That's my reason. I'm not under your order. I don't have a driver's license. I don't have any. Okay?
The woman insisted on not being mandated to present anything to the officer because she was tribal and not under his authority. The document she held was a letter of notice from her tribe to U.S. Intergovernmental Affairs, which she claimed protected her from external authority. But inside was a section that read, "Silence can only be equated with fraud where there is a legal or moral duty to speak, or when an inquiry left unanswered would be intentionally misleading." Refusing to provide documents for the car was the basis for the cop to suspect that she wasn't the owner, and according to her protection document, the woman was actively committing a crime.
Alrighty, ma'am, step out of the vehicle for me, please. Do what?
Excuse me. Can I ask you why you...
Step out of the vehicle.
Okay, can I speak to a supervisor?
Yeah, he's here. Step out of the vehicle and you can speak with him.
Can I speak?
Yeah, come on. Step out first, though. I will let you speak with my supervisor if you step out of the vehicle, ma'am. We appreciate you. If you just want to step in the back of your car, that's fine. Go ahead and step back here. You can sit over here, or... Yes, ma'am.
For what?
Do you want to speak with my supervisor?
Is this your supervisor?
It is.
Why am I being detained?
You're being detained because of all the traffic offenses that you have.
What traffic offenses?
45. How long have you been out here with us?
Probably about 15, 30 minutes.
He's explaining the reason why I told you.
Okay, and I told you also. So I want to...
It wasn't clear what the woman was charged with, but it could include obstructing official investigation and driving without a vehicle permit. However, she seemed to have learned her lesson, as only 3 weeks later she was spotted again, but this time with a valid visible vehicle tag. The other citizens in this video had quite interesting things to say, but nothing could match this driver's claim.
You have to have a driver's license to operate a motor vehicle on a roadway in the United States.
But I'm not driving, I'm traveling.
You are driving. Traveling, driving, whatever you want to call it, you're operating a motor vehicle.
On February 1st, 2023, police noticed a speeding vehicle and performed a traffic stop. An officer approached the vehicle and, after explaining the reason for the stop, asked for the driver's identification. But the driver had something interesting to say.
You were going way above the speed limit, over 20 over. Do you have your license, registration, proof of insurance?
Well, I'm not driving. I'm traveling. So driving is like you're operating in a commercial.
3205 Cape. Can I get a code 10? Do you have your license, registration, proof of insurance?
No, I'm not driving.
I'm not asking if you're driving, I'm asking for your ID.
Well, I mean, I'm wanting to know if I committed a crime.
All right.
It's not letting
I stopped you because you're going 20 over the speed limit. I don't care if your speedometer is not correct. I want to see your license.
No, I don't use a license. I'm not.
So you have nothing to identify yourself?
No, I don't use driver's license. I'm not.
He alleged that he did not have to provide vehicle documents, including his car registration or a driver's license, because he was not driving but actually traveling. He also refused to tell the officer his name, and she was not having it.
You are in the driver's seat of a vehicle operating on a roadway.
Can you prove to me or tell me a reasonable articulate suspicion that
All right, so go ahead and step out of the vehicle for me. Step out of the vehicle. Yes, you have, sir. And you're failing to identify yourself, and you have to have a driver's license to operate a motor vehicle on a roadway in the United States.
But I'm not driving, I'm traveling.
You are driving. Traveling, driving, whatever you want to call it, you are operating a motor vehicle.
No, this is not a motor vehicle, this is a traveling shuttle.
Sir?
It's an automobile.
Sir, I'm not going to play games with you. You can identify. I'm asking for your name. I'm asking for your name. There's no reason for a supervisor to come out here if you can't identify yourself. I'm asking for you to identify yourself. If you identify yourself to me, I'll ask for a supervisor to come out here. I can't ask for a supervisor for someone who won't tell us who it is.
This is not a motor vehicle.
It is a motor vehicle.
This is a traveling shuttle.
By definition, this is a motor vehicle.
Motor vehicles are commercial.
Sir, I'm not going to argue with this. I'm not going to argue with you about it. You can identify yourself, or you're going to go to jail tonight. Do you understand me?
Are you coercing me to go?
I'm not forcing you to do anything, but I will if I have to. You can identify yourself. I'm recording too. Go right ahead. Sir, you were driving 70 and a 50. I'm asking you to identify yourself and provide your paperwork for your vehicle.
Can you give me a reasonable, articulable
I just did.
That I've committed a crime?
I just explained to you why I stopped you, and that is a crime. Driving 20 miles over the speed limit is a crime. It is. It is a violation of Florida state statutes.
Yeah, but those statutes don't have jurisdiction over me.
Yes, they do.
The man used every play in the book to avoid arrest. He claimed his speedometer wasn't working, claimed he was traveling in a space shuttle, not a vehicle, and then claimed the Florida state statutes had no jurisdiction over him. After over 15 minutes of unsuccessful dialogue between the officer and the man, a supervisor arrived. But upon seeing the man was still unwilling to cooperate, things quickly became violent.
Find your identification now, otherwise you'll be Step out of the vehicle. Step out of the vehicle. If you do not open your vehicle, I will break the window and extricate you from this vehicle. Do you understand me? No. I told you. Get out. Okay. Break this one. Watch out. I'm going to break it. Get your hands back. Put your hand on the steering wheel. Get out now.
Get out of the car.
I'll be keep behind your back. Stop resisting.
Stop resisting.
We got him.
All right.
The man was arrested and placed inside the vehicle. In the car of the suspect were 3 dogs who were tightly squeezed against each other on their feces with bloodied mouths. Their mouths weren't bloodied from glass, but instead from trying to chew on items in an attempt to escape the car. They were reportedly locked in there for a long while. The dogs were transported to Animal Care Services, and Anthony Tatum was charged with resisting, failure to register a motor vehicle, and animal cruelty. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, watch this next one that just appeared on your screen. See you there.